Hey guys, back again. Margin Sage here with his signature dragon team on his Pokemon White version. I'm against a friend of mine. This is my first level 100 battle uploaded against my friend's ground team, his Sandstorm ground team, against my signature, as I say, signature dragon team. This is a really good fight. It's one of my best ones. So we're going to start off. Hey Dave. I'm going to leave with my Kingdra, good choice because, you know, it's a water type against dragons. And he's going to lead with his standard lead, which is Hippowdon, so you can set up the permanent Sandstorm. And I wish my Altaria had Cloud 9 ability, to be honest. So I'm going to hit him with a Hydro Pump right off the bat. And it's going to do a lot of damage, so much so that he dies. See you, Hippowdon. Nice knowing you. Shut your mouth. Sorry. So yeah, I'm hit by the Sandstorm, which is coming out, and in comes Crocodile. Dark and ground type. He is fantastic. And I'm fearing, well, I was thinking he might use Outrage, but I thought it was more like he was going to go for a Stab Earthquake, not lock himself into Outrage, so I went with Hydreigon. And yes, he did use Earthquake, and Levitate obviously protects me, which was a good prediction on my part. I love my Hydreigon. Yeah, so anyway, Quick Claw activates, unfortunately letting him go first, and he gets a Rock Slide, critical hit, and Hydreigon flinches. I mean, you can't get worse than that. I'm buffed it by the Sandstorm as well, and it seems he was faster than me anyway, regardless of the Quick Claw. So I got down to 7 HP, but thankfully a Choice Specs Surf from a modest Hydreigon actually takes him out in one go, so that levels the score. And I'm stuck using Surf now because obviously Choice Specs locks me into it, and the Sandstorm will take me out. But I'm quite happy with that because, you know, that he was a boss monster. Now Dave sends in his Nidoking, which is obviously a special versus Sweeper, and I send in my Garchomp, who is Choice Scarfed. So he's faster. I take out Earthquake, and obviously because he's a poison type it's super effective, and takes him out again. So Dave's cursing me at the moment, I'm sure. Right, he sends in his Claydol, and I know from previous battles that he's going to try for a Trick Room. So I send in Druddigon. Post below how you say that. And obviously, yes, he does go for the Trick Room, and I know that's why I switched, because I know that Druddigon is the slowest dragon in the game, and perfect Trick Room bait. So I go for a Crunch, super effective because he's a Psychic type, and that finishes him off. But he sends in his Marowak, and his Marowak is Brave nature, whereas my Druddigon is Adamant nature, so he's obviously slower, and I'm in trouble now because he's locked into an Outrage, which pretty much finishes me off. Now, my Altaria is Bold nature and has max defense and max HP, so I thought that he might live this, but as I've just given the ending away, with the Thick Club as well, obviously his Marowak is doing a significant amount of damage and faints my Altaria in one hit. Thankfully the Outrage ends there and he becomes confused, otherwise this game I think he would have swept me there and then. So I go for Kingdra, and thankfully he hits himself, otherwise another Outrage, as I say, may have swept my team. And I go for Hydro Pump. It was you know, worth the risk of a miss, because I knew that Hydro Pump would have, because he didn't put any, I don't think, any EVs into his special defense, so I knew that Hydro Pump would take out Marowak, and that is the biggest threat to my team gone. And the Twisted Dimensions return to normal, so all of a sudden he's not as fast, and sends in his Excadrill and a Drill Run, obviously with a high critical hit chance. That critical hit took out my Kingdra in one go, and I go for a Salamence. I should tell you that Dave's Excadrill, I think, has got the scope lens, So you will see that what happens here, even with the Intimidate and a non-stab rock slide, one hit kills my Salamence. Another critical hit. Just to point out, that's 3 critical hits my opponent's got in this game. I was very surprised that Salamence went down from that, but I'm going to go for Garchomp now. Garchomp's going to go for an Earthquake, which I know is super effective. And it is Battle of the Sweepers now. But remember, my Garchomp is locked into Earthquake now because of the choice scarf that he's got. Oh, that's the end of the game. I didn't realise Extra Control was the last one. Well, that was a really good match. Garchomp was my last one as well. It really pushed me to the limits there. One thing I should say is that this is my one of my favourite online teams. If you want to post below your friend code, both me and Dave are quite happy to go for matches with these teams. We were thinking about setting up some sort of Elite Four team, you know, where you have to fight against certain trainers with specific types. We got a ground trainer, we got a dragon trainer, we got a fighting trainer in our team. We're working on a ghost trainer, a poison trainer. If you guys want to fight any of those teams, then post your friend code below and we'll look to give you a game. Just remember, we're obviously in the UK, so you have to be aware of the time zones. But yeah, I mean, post below if you're interested. It's really fun, and we can get some level 100 battles uploaded onto my channel. This is Margin Sage signing out.